What's going on, guys? It's your boy Steve, also known as Steve the Reaper. Follow me on Twitter at Steve_Reaper with a Z. Let's get into this video and bring you guys the fifth part of my Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty in HD walkthrough. In the last part, we got the photographic evidence that the Marines were using a Metal Gear, codenamed Ray, and we got to see Ocelot, we got to see Liquid Snake a little bit, and then the tanker chapter ended. So in this part we're going to be starting the plant chapter, and we'll be getting to see a new face, a new main character. So I'll shut up and I'll let you guys see. Oh, Happy New Year, by the way.
Snake, do you remember the sinking of that tanker 2 years ago?
Of course.
Terrorists blow a hole in an oil tanker full of crude buried 20 miles off the shore of Manhattan. Your classic nightmare. It didn't take long for the government to put an oil fence around the whole mess. And then that massive offshore cleanup facility went up inside.
The big shell. I hear the cleanup isn't quite over yet.
It takes time. But in the meantime, the shell's become a landmark, a symbol of environmental protection.
Drinking coffee, so sorry about that.
Bravo. Deploy the big shell as scheduled.
Approximately 6 hours ago, the big shell was seized by an armed group.
Do we have an ID?
Former members of the Navy SEALs Special Anti-Terrorist Training Squad Dead Cell. Russian private army members may also be involved. It's a highly trained group, and they have the big shell under complete control.
There it is, the big shell.
Come in from downwind and pull up fast. Get ready to fast rope down to Shell 1. 5 minutes to ETA. Also, your top priority is to rescue and safeguard the President. Team Bravo, watch out for Stillman's back and get those C4s disarmed.
What are their demands?
$30 billion.
$30 billion. What makes them think they can get that much?
There was a government-sponsored tour going on at the big shell that day.
Hostages, huh?
A VIP from one of the major conservation groups, and one from our own government. The most important person in a sense.
The most important person?
James Johnson.
The president?
Unless the demands are met, the terrorists intend to blow the big shell out of the water.
And the crude will ignite, turning the Manhattan harbor into an inferno.
That's not the worst-case scenario. If the chlorides being used to decontaminate the seawater go up with the oil, toxins containing catastrophic levels of dioxins will be released. In other words, the bay's ecosystem will be wiped out, and the sea will turn into a toxic soup for centuries, becoming the worst environmental disaster in history.
On my TV screen, it looked weird, like the subtitles were popping out.
You have
So I don't know
two
if that
mission
happened
objectives.
for you guys.
1, infiltrate the offshore decontamination facility Big Shell and safeguard the president and other hostages. And 2, disarm the terrorists by any means necessary. You should know that SEAL Team 10 is also conducting a rescue operation.
Is this a joint effort?
No. Foxhound remains a covert body. Don't alert them to your presence. That is an order.
Even though we don't run into any SEAL team members at all. So that's funny, right?
This is Snake. I'm now inside Strut A of Shell 1.
You're not
How are
Snake,
things?
We're
fanboy.
in luck. Looks like there are no sentries posted here.
What's the visibility?
The lights on the plant struts are functioning. I won't have to use the IR goggles.
Any problems?
There was a brand new hole cut through the oil fence. There's someone else besides me that wanted to get in badly.
That's not possible.
What about SEAL Team 10?
They landed on the roof of the big shell as planned. And by the way, Snake, We're changing your code name for all following communication.
What's wrong with Snake?
Just a precaution. You are now designated Raiden. All right, Raiden. You've already covered infiltration and VR training.
I've completed 300 missions in VR. I feel like some kind of legendary mercenary.
Okay, we'll skip that part.
Yeah, let's do that.
Make sure nobody sees you. If you need to, contact me by codec.
See the voice change. That's what always freaks me out.
0.85. When you want to use the codec, push the back button. When we need to reach you, contact you, the codec will beep. When you hear that noise, press the back button. The codec's receiver directly stimulates the small bones of your ear. No one but you will be able to hear it.
All right. I'll contact you if anything changes.
First, make your way to the upper section of the big shell.
How do I get up to the next level?
There's an elevator at the far end of that area. Use that.
Sounds good.
Your new sneaking suit uses electrofiber technology, a byproduct of fiber optics research. The texture isn't far removed from rubber, but the material protects against a wide range of toxic substances. The suit itself has a wide array of built-in sensors. It is referred to as smart skin in military R&D. Data about damage to different regions of the body, including blood loss, is exchanged between the suit and the intravenous nanomachines to create a feedback system.
There's a lot of pressure on my torso.
Relax. The suit applies varying pressure to major internal organs to maximize performance and safeguard their functions. They call this the skull suit in Foxhound.
Skull suit seems appropriate somehow.
The hatch with a circular handle will open into the elevator area. Locate the hatch first.
Copy that. Moving on to main mission objectives.
So we are in control of Raiden, who is not really much of a fan favorite in the Metal Gear Solid fan base, but he was pretty good in Rising Revengeance, even though not many people like Rising Revengeance, but I like Rising Revengeance because you get slice and dice. So that's it's amazing how Raiden can look like the way he does in this game, and then in future games like Metal Gear Solid 4, Guns of Patriots, and Rising Revengeance, they can make him look so awesome.
Colonel, I've sighted an enemy sentry. AN-94 and a Makarov. Those grenades, all his equipment, is Russian-made.
Must be a Gurlukovich man.
Gurlukovich?
A Russian private army that was in line to work with the Shadow Moses takeover group 4 years ago.
What's their stake in this one?
They must have made a deal, an arrangement with the terrorists. They become a band of mercenaries, an army without a country.
Amazing that this game takes place 4 years after Metal Gear Solid 1. I believe that Metal Gear Solid 1 was in 1998. I could be wrong. Let me actually look that up. Who's that?
Colonel, there's definitely another intruder in here besides me.
That's not a possibility.
Not a team. Looks like a solo job.
One man.
We may not know who he is, but he managed to take care of every sentry in the area. They're all out cold. Whoever he is, he's got some skills.
We need to get an ID. But for now, you can take advantage of the situation and get to work. There's a terminal in front of the elevator. A node.
Did you say nerd?
Not nerd. Node.
Oh,
Use the node to gain access to the Big Shell's facilities network.
then what?
Pull up the map of the structure. That'll let you activate the Soliton radar.
The Soliton radar? True. That radar came in useful during VR training.
A radar system. Uses biological magnetic fields as input. These estimated enemy positions are projected onto a map according to reference points collected via GPS signals and field personnel reports. We need to get to the map through the Big Shell's node to put this data processing to practical use. The node unit is about 3 feet high. Should be colored blue. Each area has at least one.
How do I gain access?
Just push the action button in front of the node. The nanomachines in your body will take care of the security clearance and allow you access to the node. Complete the procedure before those sentries gain consciousness. If they spot you, you won't be able to gain access for a while. Stay on guard.
Got it.
So, I'm actually looking on Wikipedia right now, and I believe we have time to fit this in. Never read just Wikipedia for your homework assignments, kids, but here, from what I understand, I have the Metal Gear series in chronological order, and this is like most of the games, so this is when they take place. This isn't when they were made. So Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater took place in 1964. Portable Ops took place in 1970. Peace Walker took place in 1974. Ground Zeroes took place in 75. The Phantom... Okay, that makes no sense, but alright. The Phantom Pain takes place in 1984. Metal Gear 1 took place in 1995. Metal Gear 2 took place in 1999. Metal Gear Solid 1 took place in 2005. Sons of Liberty took place in 2007, which was the Tanker chapter, and then 2009, which is in the Plan chapter, which we are playing right now. Guns of Patriots took place in 2014, and Rising of Revengeance took place in 2018. Well, that's eye-opening. I never knew Metal Gear Solid 1 took place in 2005. Which, I guess it makes sense, because it's Turn of the Millennium and all that. Alright. Okay, so let's go over to this node. Gotta adjust my chair real quick. So that's pretty cool. Fun fact for everybody to know. That is the most Raiden has ever... That's like the most manly Raiden has ever sounded in Metal Gear Solid 2. Just saying. Steve... not there. I like how this game thinks I'm from the UK, but I'm not. I'm flattered because half of my followers are from the UK, which is cool.
Good work, Raiden.
The radar should be functioning now?
Remember your VR training sessions. The tool is exactly the same one. It maps the terrain as well as the position of enemy personnel. The bright dot in the middle is you, Raiden. The red dots are your enemies, and the blue cone shape represents their field of vision. Your radar isn't affected by the weather, but if you're discovered by an enemy, you won't be able to use it. It gets jammed easily, I'm afraid. It's all made from currently existing technology. You won't be able to use it in an area with strong harmonic resonance, so be careful. The Big Shell's layout map should now be available after touching the Start button.
How do I save the mission data?
I've set aside a proprietary frequency for saves, and an analyst to work on the data too.
Jack, is everything all right?
What are you doing here?
Jack, can you hear me?
Rose, you're not supposed to be involved. What's going on?
Jack, I'm a part of this mission.
Colonel, what the hell is going on?
Raiden, meet the mission analyst. She'll be overseeing the data saving and support.
Why her?
The Foxhound analyst that was supposed to take part in this mission was in an accident. Rosemary was brought in as a replacement.
An accident?
And according to the files, she knows you better than anybody else.
Rose may be in the service, but an intelligence analyst is no field officer.
Not to worry. She has our technical staff at her disposal.
She's never been a part of a field mission. This is insane.
I have my own reasons for selecting her for this mission, soldier.
Colonel, I fail to see...
I know your VR training performance in and out, but sometimes that's not enough. You're familiar with the Shadow Moses incident?
You know I covered it in VR.
If there's a crucial tactical detail that case taught us, it was the power of the operative's will to survive.
I was trained to fight. My personal feelings have no place in a mission.
We've learned that it doesn't work that way. And on the field, you need all the help you can get.
Jack, you're stuck with me whether you like it or not.
Rose.
You need someone to watch your back. But I have conditions that need to be met, Colonel.
What is it?
I'll perform my duties and save that mission data, but I'm aware that technically I'm not part of the mission control team. After all, I'm just a normal girl who's worried about Jack. But that means, Colonel, that I am not required to follow your
He's her
orders
girlfriend,
outside
by
of
the
my
way.
immediate duties.
I was
Jack
kidding
is
about
not
the
simply
crazy
a
ass
field
part.
personnel for me to track. His safety comes first to me, not the mission. And because of that, I will be monitoring and keeping a record of every communication you have with him, Colonel.
Given the circumstances, you're free to do what you see fit.
Hey, I prefer this to being kept in the dark waiting.
I'd like to make a request, if I may.
Of course.
His handle is Raiden. For the duration of the mission, could you call him that?
No.
Yes, sir. All right, Raiden. Let me know when you're ready to turn in a save. The proprietary save frequency is 140.96. I just switched frequencies. Jack,
What?
do you know what day it is tomorrow?
April 30th. Is there something special about it?
And this is where things get messed
Oh
up.
well, I'll keep trying till I hear the answer. I'm gonna let you go now, Jack. Take care.
Take care, Jack. Sorry, that was rude.
Raiden, the enemy sentry is regaining consciousness.
Be careful, Jack.
Find somewhere to hide until the elevator arrives. You must stay out of sight.
I'm under enemy fire. Secure the perimeter.
All you have to do is hide here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh. There's the elevator. Alright. That guy should be going into the other hall. Right. Oh, and we just run. Oh, we just run. Car wheel. That's where I'm gonna have to end the episode here. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to slam that like button below. Subscribe to make sure that this video gets in your sub box. And don't forget to follow me on Twitter for the latest updates. I'll see you guys later, and I'll let
The
this
terrorists
scene
call
play this out.
themselves Sons of Liberty.
Sons of Liberty?
The name of their leader is Solid Snake.
The hero of Shadow Moses? So that's why you changed my code name.
Right, but he can't be the Solid Snake. He died 2 years ago on that tanker after he blew it sky high.
Could he have survived?
Not a chance.
Colonel, I'm on the roof. There are no sentries, but it would only take one to spot me in this light.
You never had daylight VR training after all. Stay extra sharp until you can find a node to log in from.
What about the commandos?
SEAL Team 10 has landed on struts B and C.
And the president?
Seems he was spotted on strut B.
Strut B?
The big shell is comprised of shells 1 and 2. Each unit consists of a central core and 6 struts surrounding it.
So the whole thing is shaped like 2 hexagons connected end on end.
Exactly. And you're on the roof of strut A, shell 1 at the moment. First, get to a node. Log into the network.
Got it.